Most people don't give up because they're broken. They give up because they're comfortable. They stop when they're tired. They stop when they're bored. But here's the truth. Success doesn't care how you feel. It only responds to one thing. Whether you show up when your mind is screaming for you to quit, that's exactly when you must push through. That's where transformation begins. In just a few moments, you'll learn how to break past resistance, silence every excuse, and condition your mind to become unstoppable. If you're tired of always starting over, it's time to learn how to follow through, to make the decision to keep going. Right now, you're standing at a crossroads. In front of you are two paths. One leads back to safety, comfort, and everything you've always known. The other leads into the unknown, toward dreams not yet realized, goals not yet reached, and a version of you that hasn't yet come to life. It's tempting to turn back. The path behind you feels familiar. It's filled with people urging you to stay where it's safe. Don't take risks, they say. Be realistic. Play it safe. But growth doesn't live back there. It lives ahead on the road filled with challenges, hard lessons, and yes, even pain. But it's also the path of progress, potential, and greatness. Every person you've ever admired once stood exactly where you are. They weren't fearless. They weren't certain. They were simply willing to risk failure, willing to walk alone, willing to move forward despite the fear. Abraham Lincoln's path to greatness wasn't a straight line. It was littered with failures. In business, in elections, in life. He lost jobs. He lost people. He lost elections again and again. But he never let failure define him. He kept moving forward, and that single choice to continue reshaped the future of a nation. Lincoln wasn't the only one. Behind every success story is a trail of hardship. Writers whose manuscripts were rejected again and again. Entrepreneurs who hit rock bottom before building their empires. Athletes who trained in silence long before anyone knew their name. What separates them isn't luck or genius. It's decision. The decision to keep going. And now it's your turn to make that same decision. Right here, right now. Decide that no matter how difficult it gets, you won't give up. That no matter how loud your mind screams to turn back, you'll keep stepping forward, because the path ahead, while steep and uncertain, holds the life you've been searching for. You don't grow by avoiding fire. You grow by walking through it. You gain strength by leaning into discomfort, embracing rejection, and rising every single time you fall. Pain is not your enemy. It's your trainer. It breaks down the weak parts of you so the strong parts can rise. This is your moment. This is where real change begins. Not in comfort, but in challenge. Not in safety, but in struggle. Decide today. Decide that you're done shrinking yourself. Decide that you are worthy of more. That your dreams aren't foolish. That your goals aren't too big. That you are not too broken. The world doesn't need more people hiding. It needs more people rising. And right now you have the power to rise, to move forward in spite of fear, to leave behind the life that no longer fits and step into one that requires more, but gives infinitely more in return. So take that step, even if your knees are trembling, even if your voice shakes, even if you're the only one who believes in you. Take it, because this moment right now is the beginning of everything changing. To move forward, to stay committed, you must know exactly why you're moving. Not someday, not vaguely, clearly and with conviction. Purpose is the fuel for your journey. It's what drives you when everything else feels heavy. When the world says stop, purpose says go. Without it, even small obstacles feel massive. But with it, you can walk through fire and come out stronger. Purpose transforms pain into progress. It gives meaning to every sacrifice. It turns struggle into growth. Without a strong why, the path will break you. But with it, the same path will build you. Martin Luther King Jr. didn't march through cities, deliver speeches, and face hatred because it was easy. He did it because he was clear on his purpose. His dream wasn't a wish. It was a mission. Every word, every step, driven by unwavering clarity. That clarity moved millions, because purpose is contagious. When someone walks with conviction, people follow. That same power lives inside of you. But first you must define it. Ask yourself, what ignites my passion? What problem am I here to solve? What legacy do I want to leave? What impact will I make? Let your answers be real, be raw. Don't chase vague goals or borrowed dreams. Get honest, get specific. And once you've found your answer, write it down. Not just in your mind, on paper, on your wall, in your journal, anywhere you'll see it often. Read it when you're exhausted. Repeat it when fear creeps in. Return to it when doubt takes hold. Purpose is not a one-time spark. It is a fire you must feed every single day. When the road gets tough, purpose keeps you moving. When you feel like quitting, purpose reminds you why you started. It becomes your compass in confusion, your anchor in chaos, your armor when the world pushes back. This isn't about motivation. Motivation fades. Purpose endures. Motivation is loud, but temporary. Purpose is quiet, but eternal. Define it, feed it, protect it. Your purpose isn't just a phrase. It's your North Star. It's the reason your story matters. It's not born in comfort, but in those moments you want to give up, but don't. There is greatness in you, but it won't surface until your purpose is clear. Only then will your steps carry weight. Only then will your actions align with your destiny. The world doesn't need more people just getting by. It needs people on fire with purpose. People who know why they wake up, why they fight, why they will never quit. So ask the questions. Search your soul. Find your truth. And once you've found it, never let it go. Let your purpose pull you forward, step by step, until the life you dream of becomes the life you live. Now set real goals, concrete milestones, because goals give shape to dreams. Without them, even the boldest vision fades beneath the weight of daily distractions. A dream without direction is like a ship without a compass, drifting, lost, and soon forgotten. But when you define actionable goals, you give your dream structure, a roadmap, a path. You shift from possibility to inevitability. Goals aren't just hopes written down. They are promises to yourself, statements that you will not leave your future to chance, that you will not sit idle. You will move, you will build, you will rise. History proves what happens when vision meets precision. The moon landing wasn't a single leap. It started with a vision, but was made real through 1,000 measured steps. Each test, each mission, a goal. Together they formed a bridge from Earth to the moon. That same power lives in you. Start today, not tomorrow, not when it's perfect. Now, write down your goals, on paper, on your wall, in your journal. Make them real, make them visible. Don't settle for vague ideas. Be specific. What do you want? When do you want it? And why does it matter? Your goals should stretch you, inspire you, and stay tightly connected to your purpose. When your direction is clear, your actions follow. You stop drifting. You start building. You stop reacting. You start leading. Yes, some days your dream will feel far away. Some days the work will feel too heavy. That's when your goals will ground you. They'll remind you why you started. They'll give you something solid to stand on. This isn't about perfection. It's about commitment, about showing up, day by day, step by step, until your life reflects your vision. Dream big, but anchor your dreams in daily action. Start small, stay relentless, don't stop, because when your goals guide the way, your dream stops being a hope. It becomes your destination, and every step you take, every milestone you hit, brings it to life. So start now. One goal, one action, one step. Begin the journey that turns your vision into reality. Finally, stay committed despite criticism. There comes a time in every pursuit when the voices around you rise. Some whisper caution, others shout disbelief. The tone may differ, but the message is the same. Doubt. And that doubt, it usually comes not from hate, but fear. Fear of change, of risk, of what's unfamiliar. But that road, the unfamiliar one, is the very one that leads to greatness. The truth is, Doubt and criticism can destroy dreams, but only if you let them. Galileo dared to challenge the beliefs of his time. He looked through his telescope and saw a universe that didn't revolve around Earth. His truth shook the foundations of accepted knowledge, and for that he was silenced, condemned, cast aside, but his vision endured. Centuries later his name still shines, while the voices that once doubted him have long faded into silence. Albert Einstein faced immense resistance in his time. His theories didn't just challenge science, they rewrote its very foundation. The world mocked before it marveled, yet Einstein didn't waver. He trusted the clarity of his vision more than the noise of his critics. And today, we don't remember the skeptics. We remember the mind that reshaped how we see the universe. From lives like his, a powerful truth emerges: the judgment of others often reveals more about their limits than your potential. When they question your path, it's usually because they cannot see what you see. Their view is shaped by the boundaries of their own experience. But yours reaches far beyond. One will sharpen you, the other will shatter you. Welcome the first. Let it refine your craft, point out your blind spots, and strengthen your discipline. But the second, let it pass like wind through trees. It seeks not your growth but your surrender. Standing firm in the face of criticism is among the highest forms of courage. Applause is easy to walk with, laughter and mockery much harder. But to keep going when they scoff, to keep building when they tear down, to believe when no one else does, that is what defines the visionary. Let their doubt fuel your drive. Let their disbelief become the rhythm to which your resilience dances. In time, your results will speak louder than their resistance. Your success will silence their scorn. Remember this: no great breakthrough ever came without backlash. No revolutionary ever walked an easy path. The world doesn't change because the masses agree. It changes because one person refuses to quit. That person must be you. So hold your vision not like a fragile hope, but like a sacred fire. Protect it from doubt. Feed it with belief. For one day the doubters won't remember why they questioned you, but the world will remember that you never backed down. The one who endured, the one who pressed on, the one who turned resistance into reverence. That is your power, and no critic, no voice, no opposition can take it from you. Now evolve, grow. Life won't always go as planned. You may imagine the road ahead as smooth and simple, but it rarely is. Life turns sharply. It tests you when you least expect it. And when it does not favor the stubborn. It rewards the adaptable. Adaptability isn't optional. It's essential. It's what lets you rise when others fall. When markets crash, when plans collapse, when relationships shift, you must shift too. What worked yesterday may be useless tomorrow. Ask yourself, will you change or be left behind? Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States, didn't just win wars. He won the future. In a world riddled with Cold War tension, social unrest, and economic shifts, he didn't cling to dogma. He adapted. He built the interstate highway system not just for travel but for defense. He preserved progress while maintaining balance, expanding social programs while managing the budget. Even during the hysteria of McCarthyism, he chose wisdom over war, preserving unity without fueling division. His genius was not in rigid strength, but in strategic flexibility. He moved with the moment, responding to the needs of a changing world. You must move like that. Stay fluid. Stay aware. Let go of methods that no longer serve your mission. If a plan fails, it's not a dead end. It's a sign to take a new route. Hold tight to your principles, but let your tactics evolve. Charging headfirst into a wall isn't bravery, it's blindness. True strength is knowing when to pivot, when to shift, and when to strike from a new angle. Many mistake stubbornness for strength, but you know better. Adaptability isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It says, I am loyal to the goal, not the method. Stay focused, but stay flexible. The winds will change, challenges will rise. Let your sails adjust, let your mindset expand, because life moves whether you're ready or not. So don't fear change, embrace it. Walk into uncertainty with confidence. Know that your power to adapt is what sets you apart. In a world that's always shifting, survival isn't about strength. It's about movement. Those who adapt will not only survive, they will lead. And if you master this, you won't just react to the future, you'll shape it. You won't just endure the storm, you'll become the storm. They've mastered their inner world, and that's exactly why they rise in the outer one. And now it's your turn to begin. Start by feeding your mind with what fuels your future. Read stories of those who endured the fire and emerged stronger. Surround yourself with voices and environments that reflect the person you're becoming, not the one you're leaving behind. Speak to yourself like you would to someone you deeply love. Offer compassion, encouragement, and belief, because you are worthy of all three. You are not your doubts. You are not your past. You are potential in motion. Let your mind become your most loyal ally, not your loudest enemy, because when life's storms arrive, and they will, it won't be your strength, wealth, or status that decides your fate. It will be your mindset. That quiet force will either drown you or lift you above the waves. Success isn't just what you build outside. It begins with what you fortify within. Internal mastery is the foundation of external achievement. It's the unspoken secret of those who sustain greatness. The real winners, they don't just build companies, careers, or legacies. They build mental resilience. They find stillness in chaos. They carve out clarity in confusion. They hold on to belief even when fear knocks at the door. Their lives aren't perfect, but their perspective, it gives them power. They grow through what they go through, and now it's your time to do the same. Take back control of your mind. Don't wait for the world to shift. Start with your thoughts. Stop reacting and start creating. Stop wishing and start doing. Stop doubting and start believing. But every choice, every moment of awareness, every act of discipline strengthens your ability to shape your life rather than drift through it. Soon your outer world will begin to mirror the quiet power you've cultivated inside. Mastering your mindset won't erase obstacles, but it will reshape them. It turns failure into fuel, pain into purpose, and resistance into readiness. You stop asking, "Why me?" and start declaring, "Watch me," because a focused mind can conquer limits, and a committed spirit can break through the impossible. Your future is like a garden. The question is, what will you plant today? Let's be clear. Ideas mean nothing without action. You could have the most brilliant vision, the most beautiful plan, or the most burning dream, but if you never move, it all dissolves into regret. The world doesn't reward those who only think, wish, or intend. It rewards those who show up, who do the work, who take the risk. The greatest tragedy in life is not failure. It's never trying. It's the silence of the book never written, the emptiness of a dream never pursued, the heartbreak of potential never realized. Dreams don't die from criticism. They don't die from time. They die in hesitation, in procrastination, in fear. Understand this. Success belongs to the doers, the ones who act, not when it's easy, but especially when it's hard, not when they feel ready, but even when they're unsure. The first step won't be perfect. It might be messy, awkward, or small, but it's still the line between what could be and what begins to be. That single step, it starts momentum, and momentum, that's more powerful than inspiration, because action feeds action, movement breeds movement, and with each step forward, the path becomes clearer. Action builds confidence. Even small wins whisper to your spirit, "You're capable." With every task completed, you teach your mind resilience. You show your fear that it does not get the final say. Each action becomes a brick in the foundation of your legacy, and the more you move, the stronger you become. Not because the path gets easier, but because you get better. Greatness isn't the result of random bursts of effort. It's born in consistency, in quiet, relentless motion, in the unseen hours when no one is watching, and nothing is guaranteed. What you do consistently becomes who you are. So stop waiting for perfect timing. It doesn't exist. The stars will never align. The moment will never feel ideal, but movement doesn't require perfection. It demands commitment. It demands courage. It demands that you believe in yourself before the world does. That's when the story begins. Not when others cheer, but when you choose to act anyway, and it grows stronger with every step you take. If you stumble, get up. If you fail, learn. If you doubt, move forward anyway, because nothing changes until you do. No dream lives until you breathe life into it. Remember this. Your future is written by what you do today, not tomorrow, not someday, today. Every decision, every action, every step taken in this moment builds the life you're stepping into. So take the step, make the call, write the page, launch the idea, begin the journey, and once you start, don't stop. Keep going, keep building, keep acting, because in the end, your legacy won't be defined by the ideas you had, but by the action you took.